Hey YouTube, what's up? Today I'm going to make a video show you how to take the seats out, and I'm going to show you how to take that back panel off of the top, just in case you want to put speakers in, change your speakers, have access to them. I had to take it off to clean up the old window tint that was back there, and since I'm already into a job taking out I went ahead and cut a hole in the floor. I'm going to put a fuel pump in. So that's going to be another video, another project. If you want to check it out later, I should have it uploaded a couple days from now. But what I want to show you is to get the seats out. First thing you do is you want to take your back floor seat out. Take the seat. It's got two clips in it. One clip here, one on the other side, so it's not too far in. And what you do is you take a screwdriver, push in on that white clip, and then just yank up on it. That's what I did. I don't know, they're pretty strange clips. They just don't seem to want to come out sometimes, but I just pulled up on it and yanked it out. Here's the clip here. There's the clip on the seat. So what I did, I just pushed in on it, and then I went ahead and jerked up on it. I got my hand under it and pulled up on it real hard. So you take the bottom of the seat out first, and then if you want to get to all that, or your speakers, or you want the back of your seat out, then you're going to take, and they got these brackets, and they sit underneath. Man, I'm having a hard time doing this alone. The brackets sit underneath the seat, like so. So you'll be taking out the Torx head on the brackets on every one, all the way across. There's two of these. And it's hooked in with the seat too. So you got a 50 T50 Torx. Get yourself one of them if you want this seat out, otherwise you ain't getting it out. So what I did, since I had to have the carpet pulled back out of the way for the fuel pump, I went ahead and I took this molding off. You're going to need this molding off of the floor. It's got one clip in it right here. Faces that way. And that'll clip into there. And then the rest of it, you just work your way up in it and just pull on it and you'll get it up out of there. And then after you get the bolts out from along the floor all the way across from those brackets, there are them brackets there. Once you get the brackets out, the bolts, then you're going to have somebody else probably help you, because then you're going to have to go into the trunk, and in the trunk you'll see a cable pull on each side of the trunk. So while you're pulling out on the seat, somebody else is going to have to pull the cable that's inside the trunk. And what you'll end up seeing after that, you'll pull the seat right out. And there's the latch that's hooked in via the trunk. So you're going to need somebody to get back there and pull the cable for you. There's the back of the seat. The latch on the back of the seat. Then you can take the seat out of there. Once you pull the seat out of there, and you want to get, sorry, it's really tight in here. Hard to work. Once you get the seat out, then you're going to have to remove this piece that comes next to this where the seat was. And the trick to that is you're going to have to stick your hand behind here, bend it, so you can get your finger back in here. And what they got, I got this all apart already, so I'm just going to go through and show you how to do it. What they got is a funky clamp again on the back of here, right there. And then what you're going to do is get your finger back in there behind it, just push it. Push it, pull out on this, and then it's got the same type of a clamp on the bottom of the seat as the seat does that sits on the floor. I mean, well, I should say the bottom half of the seat. Same type of clip. What I try to do is push in with a screwdriver here and pull up. This one was kind of hard to get out, but what I do, I just take wiggling it back and forth, and you finally just, you know, work the screwdriver in and out of it and yanked it up out of there. So you got those two pieces. Clamp in the back, clamp on the bottom, and then that comes right out. After that, you're going to have to take this bolt out, 10 millimeter. You're going to have to take all these bolts out on the back. There's 3 of them. Behind the seat belt, holds the seat belt. I'm sure this video could be better, but it's hard to do one-handed and it's really tight back here. So undo those, and then you're going to have a seat belt cover on your trim here. All you do is pull it forward, just take and pull that forward, and that'll come out of there. You'll also have a clip, these clips that are all along 2, 3. Take those clips out of there. I like to start them, and then I just get my side cutters behind them and just work them out that way a lot of times. Once you got the clip out of here, the bolt out of here, then you can take, because this holds this whole side piece here. So then you're going to pull, wait a minute, I think, yeah, you're going to pull up on this and out. Get this, man, I'm having a hard time here. Pull that up, and when you pull that up, you got a clip back here. See that clip? It slides into here. So what you do is just take that and push it towards the front of the car, that clip, and once you do that, that piece will come right out of there. It's just a step by step. It's actually don't take all that long. It's my first time ever doing any of this, so I had no idea how it was in there. Next time I'll know. And I'm making this video because I couldn't find anything on YouTube or anywhere to where anybody took the back seat out or did anything. So I decided to make the video. Once you got that piece out of there, then you can take this piece out of here. It just pulls. It's got some little clips back behind it, but it basically just pulls up out of there. There it is. It pulls out of there. I just put it aside. And when you do that on both sides, once you do that on both sides, you're basically done. And then what you do, lift up. Like I said, I already got this out, so lift up, because this is going to be behind here. It's going to be behind the latch. So just push it up. Pull it out. And there it is. And then if you wanted to change speakers, add speakers, access to them, they're right there on the top. Then you do the same thing in reverse, and you can change your speakers, do whatever you need to do. If you needed a seat belt, if the airbag had went off and you had to change the airbag for some reason, but you're probably going to have to take the headliner off, it looks like, to get a little farther to that. I don't know, I just started working on these not long ago. I am an old ex-mechanic, but I never worked on a Jaguar until I got this thing. Just finding, you know, some of the clips that they put on these things are kind of wild. The clips they put on these things. But it's cut and dry if you just take your time. Don't just yank on everything, you know, and go fast on it. This stuff's kind of flimsy, you know, but it goes in and out pretty easy. Same thing. What I did is wash that yesterday. I shampooed that thing off by hand and my all my trim. Cleaned it. I had to take these out because the material was coming off of the back, and it was, when you had the windows open, it was just flopping in the wind, so I put trim adhesive on there right along the whole edge. I had to re-glue it, and since I was at it, I washed it up. But then just do the same in reverse. Put it back on, put that back in, put this one back in. I'm trying to do this so where you can see best as you can. I'm sorry for the poor shots. Put this back in. Just the reverse of what you did before. Make sure you put your clip back in up here. Remember I showed you the clip in the back? See that clip? It just slides back in that slot right there. Put your bolt back in down here, and then put your clips back in. Obviously, get your seat belt bracket back in. There's 3 of them. It's not all that difficult. It takes a little time, but it saves a ton of money. If you took something like this to the dealer or had a stereo shop put those speakers in for you, I'm guessing it would cost a small fortune. That's why I'm doing it myself. I only took that apart, like I said, because I had a lot of old tint window film stuck down in the corner down there, and I couldn't get it out with a razor or anything. Not only that, this was filthy in the corner. So I took and cleaned it all up real good. Now it looks really nice from outside. If anybody's ever stuck up, like somebody was saying online the other day I saw, he couldn't get into his trunk. I think he might be able to get into your trunk if you do like I say and take the small seat. You're not going to be able to pull the cable, obviously, but I had that seat to where I had it pulled out pretty far. I had it pulled out probably a good 6-8 inches or so. So if you can't get in your trunk for some reason, maybe get somebody on the other side. You hold out on it or try and cover this up here, the floor with something. Lay on it and get your arm up in there. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, you could see that. See that cable? You pull that cable. So you get your arm back up behind the seat right here after you pull it part way out so you can get to that. Right, where is it again? Right there. If you can get to that and pull it, that'll pop this latch on the top, and then the seat will come off. And then if you are in need of getting in the trunk, you'll have enough room from the width of the small seat to get in there. Obviously, you can do it on the big side too. I mean, same deal. You can try it over there, but I didn't try pulling that seat out that far. I know this little seat pulled out pretty far when I did it. So that's what I got. I just thought I'd throw something up on YouTube because I never saw anybody have a seat out or do anything about a seat. I see people can't get the bottom seat out. I had to get help from a guy. He told me to look him up on the Jag forum. Dr. Dome. He's very helpful. He told me to put the screwdriver in there, push on that clamp, and just pull up on it, and that's what I did. What I got here, my next project Instead of pulling the rear end, the gas tank, the exhaust, the drive shaft, I took and I cut a hole in the floor, and I'm changing the fuel pump. And I missed by a little, because like I said, I never did it. Nobody has any idea, I guess, or where to cut. So I cut with a Dremel tool. It's not bad being too far, but being too short, you don't want to be too short. I'm just hoping when I get to it, I can undo it, and it'll still come out. If not, I'm going to have to make another cut, like this way, and over. But no big deal, you know. Another 15 minutes, half hour at the most, something like that. But by me doing this and buying a used fuel pump, shoot, $100 versus $1,200 or $1,400. I'll make another video on this one, I guess, for the fuel pump when I get it, and pop that ring off of the top. But that's a little job. I didn't think I had any room left to use my Dremel tool to go down, but I had more room than I thought. The only thing I had to worry about was the plug, the wire, and you don't have to worry about that until you get roughly about this far in. I nicked it a little, just barely, so I went ahead and just taped the wire. I didn't cut through or anything like that. Not only that, you can set the depth of the bit far as you want, basically. You're not going to hit anything until you get way down here. When you get down here, that's when you really got to watch the depth of the drill bit. So what I did is I took my depth gauge off of the Dremel and did it by hand. I just held the Dremel, I cocked it up sideways up top, and sorry, just got interrupted with a phone call, but that's the end of the video for now. I hope it helps some of yous out. It helped me out. Plus, I learned a few things, you know. Always in the market for learning something new. Like I said, it ain't all that difficult. Just take your time. Don't be yanking on stuff too hard. Make sure you got it all unhooked. Have somebody pull the cable for you back there. You know, once you get to it, it's right up in the trunk there. And you save yourself a lot of money. Or if you need to have your seats redone, take them out and take them in instead of having them take them out, and you can save some money doing it that way too. It's not that difficult. Sometimes once it's all apart it looks like a job, but it ain't too bad. So I hope the video helps some of yous out. Sorry for the poor video here and there. It's kind of hard to hold when you're alone and one-handed and trying to take the stuff out. Like I said, I hadn't intended on making it, but I just can't find anything or anybody with anything about seats. Can't even find any pictures of seats that have been taken out. So I went ahead and made the video, and I'm sure it'll help somebody out somehow, somewhere down the line. Okay, thanks for watching.